Hi everyone, so this is Avinash here. So what I'll be doing is I am just reviewing and telling you the use of this engraver that Oracle provides or they have. So in this I'll be sharing you what are the do's and don'ts while you are engraving, and plus what are the things you needed to understand about engraving by hand on any kind of a surface like wood to like glass, wine glasses, or metal, or perfume bottle, then on cup, and again on the leather. You can also make a foiling with the leather, foiling with this tool. So, so first we'll go through the general thing here. So what is this machine and how it works? So this is the plug-in type machine. Into this again there is another version of wireless machine too, but I never use that. I mostly use the wired one because that way I can get the full power or a full energy to run my machine or to run my engraver, because it's 35,000 rpm. So it is better to have plug-in devices like this, so it will be easy and it will also get protected with any technical error in the machine while it's running. So you can stop immediately or you can do certain kind of measures into this. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just put this into my switchboard like this. Then again what we have here is the handpiece, which will be detachable from this device here. So I'll just attach this one. So this is the brush motor handpiece with a very slick design, and again you have these vent holes which is meant for getting or pushing the hot air out of it while you are engraving, because that time your burrs are getting friction with the surface and it will generate the heat. So it will be not a good idea to go without having a vent. So we needed to have hot air to vent out from the burr or out from the handpiece, so it will be cool for longer use. And again, if you want to lock or unlock, this is a dummy burr you have seen here. So if you want to unlock the dummy burr, you just need to rotate this moving part here like this, and it will open the mouth of your engraver handpiece. And if you want to close it, again you can take it inside and close it. So whenever you're done with any kind of engraving and anything, just clean whole part of your burr or clean whole part of your handpiece and the burr with a soft brush or with any makeup brush that will be advisable to use, so that dust will not be there. Like if you can also take a simple brush and you can clean everything, and then again you can put dummy burr inside the handpiece and you can put it aside. Okay, and then with this you will get this kind of a mount or a handpiece mount, because whenever you start a machine it will get started, so it will jump or maybe it will get vibrated or it's moving part. So you should place it always, you should place it on this mount. Another thing is the burr set. We manufacture the burr set according to the different sizes. If you'll see here, I'll zoom in a little. So if you'll see here, you'll be getting the different sizes of the burrs and burr pointers, the blue one, the red ones, and yellow ones. So the blue ones is for your hard metal, hard glass, and again you can also use it on the wood, plus you can also use it on the other hard or thickened surfaces like a ceramic also. Yes, you can use that. Another is your red burrs. So red burrs are used for any kind of acrylic material or resin material. If you want to make a smooth curve or a smooth engraving on it, then definitely go for your red burrs. You can also use this for foiling on the leather. Like if you want to foil anything on the leather with a gold foiling, yes, you can use these red burrs and you can do a foiling. And then again we have yellow burrs. Yellow burrs is also for the foiling or for any kind of a very soft material that you want to engrave, like a wax candle. If the wax candle is little hard and you want to engrave, yes, you can do this with the help of your yellow burr here. Okay, so I hope you are not confused with these burr sets, and these are specially made for engraving on the different surface, and they have a cursive head, and again they have different pointers so that you can make a bigger engraving or a smaller engraving as per your requirement. So I'll just put this aside. If you want to just fix this inside the holder, if you'll see, the purse having a very short length as compared to my dummy burr. Okay, so how to fix this? So it's very easy. This is the first do part, that in a first do and don't I'll share. The first one is, whenever you unlock the mount, it should be clickable. You will get the voice of a click. So don't just juggle with this like this way, don't do that. So if you'll see, there is a click voice. Okay, and then I can unlock it. Then again here, what I'll do is I'll just put this burr up to the color band. Okay, not beyond that, or not like this fully, no, it should be like this. Okay, and you can unlock it so that it will not get out of your engraver handpiece. Okay, so now you have given or mounted the burr. Now let's go towards engraving something. So you can just place a dummy burr aside. Now what I'll do is I'll start the machine. I'll show you how you can work on this touchscreen based machine. Okay, which is our next do and don't, what you should do and you should not do while you're engraving or while you're touching to the base part here. So now, as you see, when I just click the power button or started, you will see that there is a power button is glowing. So you to start the machine, what you have to do is you just wanted to tap on that. Okay, and now you'll see there are menus up here. I'll just reduce this so that you can able to see the lights over there. So these are touch screen, so you don't have to press it hard, it's very soft like your mobile touch, so you don't want to go for that. So your first menu is power on and off. Second menu is of your rotation, like forward rotation or reverse rotation. It's, you can also count it as a clockwise or anti-clockwise, like this. If I click it, it will go to reverse. If I again click it, it will go to first position of a forward. If you see here, it is goes like multiple of x rpm, x into 1000 rpms, means whatever number you see here, it's multiplied by 1000. So it's a 1 means it's 1000 rpm, is 2 means 2000 rpm. When that to go for 30 or 20 means 20,000 rpm. So it's like rpm is rotation per minute. Okay, so that is very high. Again, you have a max and mini. Max means whenever you press a max, there is a number increasing, means like you are increasing the speed to the maximum, and minimum is decreasing the speed to minimum. Okay, so if I tap it here, you'll see this get vibrated. Okay, so don't ever put this handpiece on the table. Okay, that is a must have a rule here. You should not place this handpiece on just a table. Don't do that when your machine is on. So that is the number 2 do and don'ts. Then again, if you want to go for the higher speed, then don't just tap it like 1, 2 or 3. Don't do that. You can just press it simply and it will go to the desired speed of 25k up to that. And then if you want to reduce the speed, you can tap it like 1, 2, 3. You can do that. Okay, so that is the third number. Fourth one, if you want to stop the machine, okay, if you are done engraving, you want to stop the machine, so don't stop it like this in between. Don't do that, otherwise your handpiece will get kind of electric kind of shocks. So it will not advisable to just stop the machine in between when you are at the speed of 25 or 30 rpm. Don't do that. But what happens if I again power on? So don't expect machine or handpiece to be gone to 0. Okay, it will start this at the speed where you left it, like this. It will again speedily go to that speed where you have stopped the machine. So don't do that. So if you wanted to stop the machine, just always go to minimum 0 and then you can power off the machine. like that, you can stop or start the machine. So that is a must have rule for this. So don't ever stop in between the machine. Okay, I'll just increase the brightness. So let's engrave something with it. If you want to engrave a glass, if you want to engrave anything, like this is, suppose this is a ceramic, I have engraved it before, but again we can engrave it on this surface. So if you want to engrave, so you can directly engrave on it, or otherwise you can take any sketch pen or something, you can write the name and then you can redo the name like that. So let's do it. If suppose I wanted to do it on that, so I'll take one, I don't have a pen over here, but let's see. I'll take this one. Alright, now I'll put it aside and I'll write it again the same. So I'll be using a normal Pentel Sign Touch pen to make it as like a copper plate thing, and you can also do it with any kind of a pen you want. But before your engraving, what you needed to do is you should take any cushion or something below the surface or below the product you are engraving, because that will give you a nice support to your hands, and plus to that engraving portion too. So what I'll do is I always use a pillow like this, so that it will be comfortable for me to place my hand equal to the engraving that I am doing. So my hand will be equally on the same platform, so you don't need it to do that, so that you can again press it inside or you can release it, and then you can always give a nice touch to the thing when your hand is on the equal position of your product. Okay, remember this. So let's start with this. So I'll start engraving a little bit. So I'm at 22-25 RPM right now for making the ceramic or engraving the ceramic. And again, one more thing, always wear a glass and the mask, because the dust particle from this portion will, maybe you will get in your breathiness or around you. So don't ever mistaken, or don't ever do engrave with a fine dusting, and don't inhale that. So I'll start. So what I'll do is, so while I'm engraving, I'm not pressurizing my handpiece. Okay, so don't pressurize it like a pen. It will not work like that. So whenever you want to engrave, go with the flow of an engraver, just what you can say, going through the surface, and it will go deeper as you cut on it one by one. So if you'll see that the dust is getting collected here. Again, I'll do it one more time. I'll do like a fork calligraphy or something like that. And you'll always use a brush to clean that once you're done with the stroke, so that you can able to get the clarity of your stroke like this. Then you can again go to 0. I'll stop it in between because I want to see the clarity of my stroke here. So I'll use a brush. Have this makeup brush. So what I'll do, I'll simply just get it out, and there you can see I have done a fork calligraphy kind of thing. Oh, sorry, I have just this. Okay, so now let's do it again. So don't pressurize your handpiece over the product, never ever, because it will efficiently engrave or remove the material very efficiently at the speed of 26 rpm or 30k rpm, which means 30,000 rpm. So don't ever bother about pressing it. Okay, never press that. You get a very nice Now I'll stop the machine fully, and as you can see I have done whole part of this. If you want to make a corrections of that, if you want to go for again one round, you can go for that one. Okay, but that way you can get a nice defty engraving on it. Okay, so that's the one portion. Okay, I'll just place it aside. If you want to do it on the glass, you'll see that on the glass also you can able to do it like this. If you can't able to see, then I'll just put one cloth inside because I have done that engraving earlier. So you will see that. Look at this. So I have done this engraving over there on the glass. You can also do that, no issue, but you need to be careful what speed you have to use. And this color that I feel inside is called rub and buff. You can also get this rub and buff online or Amazon, anywhere, and you can use it to feel for your engraver there. Okay, so let's engrave on this side. We'll engrave something with the one initial. So let's engrave. So I am at 28k right now, 28k rpm. So I'll engrave something with A. I have not pressurized my holder. You can see there is a fine line, but again you can do it like this. To get a fine broad line, and again I will do it as a fork thing. Now if you'll see, I have done nice engraving here. Now I will stop. I've gone to 0. Again I'll clean this. As you can see the result. Okay, so don't ever pressurize your bottle, or sorry, your handpiece. Never pressurize that. And again, if you'll see here, I have done same engraving on the perfume bottle that you can do. You can just do it with the fork. Calligraphy is the same thing, just writing on it, and you can able to write on that. Okay, again I have done some of the designs, like you can also do some of the designs or the name like this. If you see, this is on the metal. We can do some few things somewhere so that I can show you how it will work on the metal, and you can also design something like this on the metal surface, right? So if you have something like this, a sports bottle or something, you can always do that. Also done it on the cap, if you'll see here, right? So let's do it on something here on the metal surface. So let's do that. So I'll be now at 20k. I don't want to go for like very higher speed, so I'm just pressing it so that I can able to, means pressing the bottle on the cushion, nothing else. So again you can do it like that. As you can see, the dusting particles in your glass, in ceramics and in metal are different. Okay, so you don't have any control of that, right? So it will be a minimum dusting particles in a metal, but yeah, they are harmful too, so be careful about it. We can also make a name here. So it's very easy to use. So the machine uses is very simple. If you don't pressurize the machine handpiece and you will go with the flow, then you will have very nice kind of lettering on your any kind of a surface. Okay, so this is about the metal that we have done at a speed of 20k. So I'll be mentioning the speed also in the description, like at what speed or what speed you can engrave something. So again, there is another part is your resin. If this is a resin part that I have here. One of my student gifted me this. So for resin, what I'll do is I'll go with the red burr, because I don't want to make any kind of a very strong thing. So whenever you want to remove the burr, again we are unlocking this, and again we are removing this one, and again I'll put this one inside up to the band, again close it. Okay, so if you want to engrave here now, again I'll go to the speed of 16k. Let's see how we can engrave on the surface. So if you'll see, the dust particles are making a move, and there are too much dust particles are there, because acrylic the resin material is little bit of a softer as compared to your metal or glass. So we needed to be careful, and you don't have to pressurize, otherwise you will make a hole by accident. So that's why I use a softer burr, which is the red one. When I remove, you will see here there is a white powder coming out of that, and you will have lettering on that. Again, I will make a bit of depth if I want. You can also make illustrations out of it. Again, I'll complete it with this. You can see. Again, I can go forward. So it's like a personalized stand for me now. You can see the quality of engraving on this. So it will be very smooth. Again, if you want, you can make a depth, or you can broaden the strokes. Right? So you can able to do it. So this I have done it on 15 to 16k RPM for your any acrylic or for your resin surfaces, and I use a red burr for that. Okay, so you can use the same red burr for making foiling on something like this. So it is a case, right? So if I want to make something on it, what I'll do is I'll take a piece of foiling which is available on Ori and Kelly, so you can get it from them. Again, what I'll do is I'll take a small piece of it and I'll put this on the diary over there. Sorry for that. Then I'll put it on this. I'll mask it with the tape, so you can put a mask. I know this process need a heat, but on the other hand, if you have an engrave of high speed, you can also make a foiling out of that. So let's see how we can do it. But in here you needed to take a precaution about the speed and what kind of a rotation you are using into this. So maybe I'll go to switch to reverse rotation for that, and then I'll try to do it at the speed of 10 or 12k. Let's see. If your leather is little textury, then yes, you needed to think before you're engraving on it, but with the light hand. But in reverse order, you can able to make a nice foiling on it. That has been discovered by one of my students during our session of engraving. Whenever you purchase an engraver from Ori and Kelly, we will have little demo of that. As you can see, we can able to foil on this very nicely and neatly. So I have done this at the speed of 15k with the red bird in a reverse direction. Okay, so you maybe, or you wanted to note that, and if you'll see, it will be like very nice. It will not gone, so it's fixed. It will be looking very nice on that. Okay, so this is what is all about your engraver. Another main thing with engraver is whenever you wanted to plug in some of pluggers, so you needed to check the connectivity first. So please check the connectivity of your machine with, or your machine plug with the switchboard. It should not be loose. Again, if it is loose, then stop working on that switchboard and switch to any other board which has a very nice sturdy fixed electricity power board. So don't ever do that. Again, another one of the error, or maybe one of the mistake most of people do as a beginner, that they left the mouth open, or maybe some of the particles will enter into your mouthpiece and it will hard to close, and that way maybe you will get an error of E3 or E4. So what you have to do is always, whenever you want to close the burr, so you'll see that I have just dusted some pieces from that, and whenever you wanted to do that, you can just simply tap it on a soft surface like this, so that whatever dust inside, it will come out. So don't make it with the hard hand, just softly you can do that. And again, just clean the whole handpiece and then put a dummy burr and close that. Okay, never ever keep this mouth open, never. Okay, so always close it, always check your electricity connection, and if in case if there is a storm or monsoon is there, or the rainy season is there, and your electric power is fluctuating, so don't ever do, or don't ever work with engraver with a power plug-in. If you have what you can say wireless, then it's okay, but if you don't have wireless and if you have a plug-in device, don't ever play with or with the when there is a monsoon or the light is fluctuating continuously in your house. Don't ever do that. Don't ever use it. Otherwise, it will go to standby mode. It will give you the E3 error or E4 error, which will going to be again resolved when your power backup is full. Okay, so this is what is all about your do's and don'ts. And again, don't ever pressurize your machine. Don't ever leave machine as it is on plugging and you went somewhere and it's on the hold. Don't do that. Always close your machine fully. Always plug out from the electricity, and then only you can go away from that. Okay. So and the most important thing, these burrs should not you should not keep open, so that whenever you go outside or whenever you go anywhere, just take it into the very safe cases so that it will not go anywhere. And again, if you have a small child or infant at home, don't ever give him to don't ever just what you can say, don't ever give your children this is not a toy. So please understand that this is not a toy, so you needed to understand about it. Okay, so I hope you got all the information that you want from this video. If not, then please comment below and let me know what difficulty you're facing. I'll try to solve that, and we'll get back to you on the same thing with a fewer videos or few new videos of our engraver. Okay, so I hope all of you are getting nice info on that. So bye bye, see you then.